So, Japan has rules, not the written ones, the invisible ones that nobody tells you about. Today, I'm breaking down the unspoken rules of Japan, the ones that make foreigners look clueless. Japan looks polite and welcoming from the outside, and it is. But underneath, there's a hidden code. Break the code and nobody will say anything. They'll just stare, silently, judging, forever. I learned these rules the hard way, embarrassment by embarrassment, mistake by painful mistake. Rule 1. Never eat while walking. Seriously, not a snack, not ice cream, nothing. In Japan, street food is bought at a stall and eaten right there. Walking and chewing? Unthinkable. I bit into a rice ball while walking through Kyoto. An old woman stopped and just stared at me. No words, just a look that said everything. I stood still, finished eating, and never walked 8 again. Exception: festivals. Matsuri street food is walking friendly, but that's the only pass you get here. Rule 2. Silence on public transport. No phone calls, no loud conversations, no music without headphones. I saw a tourist talking on the phone on the train. Everyone around pretended to be invisible. Pure discomfort. The train is sacred quiet space. Your ringtone going off is basically a crime against Japanese society. Even texting with keyboard sounds on? People will notice. They won't say anything, but they notice everything. Rule 3. Shoes. Off. Always. Every Japanese home, many restaurants, temples, and fitting rooms require it. And there are specific slippers for specific areas. Hallway slippers, room slippers, toilet slippers, each different pair. I wore toilet slippers back into the living room at a friend's house. The silence was absolutely deafening. My face turned red. She politely pointed at my feet. I wanted the floor to swallow me whole. Rule 4. Bowing. It's not just politeness. It's a whole communication system with precise angles and timing. 15 degrees for casual greetings, 30 degrees for showing respect, 45 degrees for serious apologies or gratitude. Bowing too deep for a casual greeting is awkward. Too shallow for an apology is offensive. Get the angle right. I accidentally did a deep 45-degree bow to a convenience store clerk. He looked genuinely confused. Rule 5. Never blow your nose in public. In Japan, you sniff. You sniff quietly until you find privacy. Blowing your nose at a restaurant table is like announcing your bodily functions to the entire room. Don't do it. I pulled out a tissue and blew my nose on the train. 3 people physically turned away from me immediately. The right move: excuse yourself. Find a restroom, take care of it privately, then return calm and composed. Rule 6. Chopstick etiquette goes deep. Sticking chopsticks upright in rice is a funeral ritual offering. Passing food chopstick to chopstick mimics a cremation ceremony. Japanese people will be genuinely horrified if you do this. Don't point with chopsticks. Don't stab food with them. Don't cross them on the table. Respect the utensils. Rule 7. Business cards, meishi, are treated like sacred objects. Receive with both hands and read carefully. Never write on someone's business card in front of them. Never shove it in your back pocket casually. Place it on the table during the meeting. Referring to it shows respect. Ignoring it is a personal insult. Rule 8. The word no barely exists in Japanese communication. They say that might be difficult instead. Well, think about it means no. That's a bit challenging means absolutely no. Learn to read between the lines. Kuki wo yomu, read the air, the most essential social skill in Japan. Understand what's not being said. Foreigners who read the air earn real respect. Those who can't get polite, distant smiles forever. Rule 9. Escalator etiquette. Stand on the left in Tokyo. Stand on the right in Osaka. Never block both. Standing on the wrong side immediately marks you as a clueless foreigner. people won't say anything. They'll just sigh. Rule 10. Umbrellas have protocol here. Wet umbrella inside a store, use the plastic bags at the entrance. Most stores in Japan have umbrella bag dispensers or umbrella lockers at the entrance. Dripping water inside is rude. I walked into a bookstore with a dripping umbrella once. The clerk appeared instantly with a bag and a bow. Rule 11. Queuing in Japan is an art form. Lines are silent, orderly, and respected absolutely everywhere. People line up for trains on precise markings on the platform. Everyone waits for passengers to exit first, without exception. Cutting in line, even accidentally, is a social crime here, worse than most actual legal offenses in Japan. Rule 12. Tipping is not just unnecessary, it's confusing and sometimes offensive in Japanese service culture. I left money on the table at a restaurant. The waitress ran after me outside to return it immediately. In Japan, excellent service is the baseline. It's not extra, it's the standard. Tipping implies it wasn't enough. Rule 13. Talking on your phone in certain public spaces is considered extremely rude and disrespectful here. Trains, buses, elevators, waiting rooms, calls are taboo. Text instead or step outside to talk. Near hospital seats on trains, priority seats. Even texting was once discouraged. Phones on manner mode always. Rule 14. Physical contact between strangers is rare. No shoulder touches, back pats, or arm grabs. I tapped a woman's shoulder to ask directions. She flinched like I'd crossed an invisible force field boundary. Instead, stand nearby, make yourself visible, and wait, or approach with a verbal sumimasen from a polite distance. Personal space bubbles in Japan are larger and more strictly enforced than almost anywhere else in the world. Rule 15. Garbage sorting in Japan is an extreme sport. Every type separated, every day different, zero forgiveness. Burnables go out Monday and Thursday, plastics on Wednesday, glass on set Tuesdays, cardboard, another scheduled day. I put the wrong bag out on the wrong day. Someone returned it to my door with a note. Anonymous. Brutal. Rule 16. Noise in residential areas. After 9 p.m., near silence expected. No vacuuming, no loud music, no heavy footsteps. Your neighbors hear everything through those paper-thin apartment walls. I ran my washing machine at 10 p.m. once. Next morning, a polite note from building management appeared at my door. Rule 17. Greeting your neighbors matters. A brief bow and konnichiwa when passing them shows you belong here. Ignoring your neighbors is noticed. In Japan, community awareness is a core part of daily residential life. My neighbor brought me a small gift when I moved in. I didn't know I was supposed to reciprocate. Soba noodles or towels, traditional moving-in gifts to neighbors. I learned too late and felt terrible about it. Rule 18. Bathing etiquette. Wash completely before entering the shared bath. The tub water stays clean for everyone. At an onsen, I started to step in without washing first. Another person gently gestured. Clean first, soak second. Towels never enter the bath water at onsen. Place them on your head or beside the bath, never inside. Tattoos are banned at most onsen, gyms, and pools, not because of art, because of Yakuza association. Some modern onsen now allow tattoos with cover-up stickers, but many traditional ones still enforce the strict ban. Rule 19. Don't pour your own drink when dining in a group. Pour for others, they pour for you. It's a mutual respect ritual. Keeping your companion's glass full shows you're attentive. An empty glass means you failed. I poured my own beer at a work dinner. My colleague quietly took the bottle and refilled my glass himself. Rule 20. Money handling at shops. Never hand cash directly to the cashier's hand. Use the small tray. Every register in Japan has a small cash tray. Place your money there. The cashier will do the same. I held out cash to a cashier directly. She hesitated, pointed gently at the tray, and smiled patiently at me. Rule 21. Wrapping is taken seriously. Clerks wrap purchases with precise care every time. Don't rush them. The wrapping is part of the service. Saying, "Fukuro wa iranai," no bag, is fine though. Rule 22. Returning items is unusual in Japan. Buying something is a commitment. Be sure before you purchase. Some stores accept returns, but the social expectation is that you chose carefully. Return culture isn't really normalized here. Rule 23. Volume in restaurants depends on the restaurant. Some are loud and casual, izakayas especially. But in a quiet sushi bar or traditional restaurant, match the room's energy. Read the air, always. I laughed loudly in a quiet, soba restaurant. Everyone went momentarily silent. The chef glanced at me. I shrank. Rule 24. The oshibori, wet towel at restaurants, is for hands only. Not your face, not your neck. I wiped my face with the oshibori without thinking. My Japanese friend winced. Hands only, she whispered. Rule 25. Seasonal awareness. Japanese culture follows the seasons. Winter clothes in spring stand out. Seasonal food, greetings, and clothing all follow nature's calendar here. Ignoring the season feels... I wore a heavy coat in early April when cherry blossoms were out. People looked at me like I was broken. Rule 26. Gift giving has strict protocol. Always wrap gifts. Presentation matters as much as what's inside. Never give 4 of anything. Shy sounds like death. Even numbers can be unlucky. Odd ones are safer. Bringing omiyage, souvenirs for coworkers, is expected. Return empty-handed? Unforgivable. Rule 27. Don't stick your chopsticks upright in rice. I mentioned this, but it cannot be overstated. Never. And never pass food from your chopsticks to someone else's chopsticks directly. It mirrors bone passing at Japanese funerals. Rule 28. Apologizing is a way of life. Sumimasen is used even more than arigato. Apologize for being in the way. Apologize for asking a question. Apologize for even existing nearby. Apologies are not about guilt, but about recognizing inconvenience and showing empathy in words. Exactly. Rule 29. Punctuality defines you. Trains run to the second. People arrive 5 minutes early, exactly on. Being late is a character flaw, not a scheduling issue. 1 minute late requires an apology exactly now. I once arrived 3 minutes late. My colleague had already texted twice and looked uncomfortable, again. In Japan, on time means 5 minutes early. The meeting starts when it's scheduled exactly 5 minutes. Rule 30. Meiwaku, causing trouble or inconvenience. Avoiding it shapes Japanese social life. Everything is judged by, will this bother someone? Noise, smell, space, and behavior. Smelly food on trains? Meiwaku. Slow at checkout? Meiwaku. Too loud? Meiwaku. Rule 31. Hun versus tatame. True feelings versus public face. Society runs on these 2 layers. Tatame is the polite surface. Hon is the real truth. Most interaction stays on tatame. Your idea is interesting may mean it's bad. Context matters more than words here. I suggested a bad plan. All nodded politely. Later I learned they had already rejected it. Rule 32. Taking the last piece from a shared plate requires a small show of hesitation. Someone must take it, but first hesitate, offer it to others, then accept it politely. Taking the last gyoza without hesitation looks rude. The hesitation itself signals politeness. Rule 33. Compliments are deflected. If praised, deny it humbly with visible embarrassment. Your Japanese is great. Reply, no, it's bad. I'm still learning a lot. Always deflect. Accepting praise directly feels arrogant. Modesty isn't optional. It's socially expected. Rule 34. Don't cross your legs toward others in formal settings. Keep your knees together. Slouching signals disrespect. Upright posture shows attention and seriousness in meetings. Rule 35. Otsukare-sama means thanks for your hard work. It's used constantly at work. Leaving or ending a meeting. Say otsukare-sama. It helps build daily workplace connection. Not saying it when leaving stands out. It's essential, like workplace oxygen every day. Rule 36. Never open a gift in front of the giver. It's considered impolite and adds pressure. In the West, opening gifts shows joy. In Japan, it can cause discomfort. Open it later. I opened a gift right away. My coworker smiled but looked uncomfortable. Lesson learned. Living in Japan taught me that politeness is not performance here, it's architecture. The whole society is built on it. Every unspoken rule exists to protect harmony. Wa, group harmony, is the highest social value in Japan. Foreigners stumble through these invisible rules like walking through a laser field they can't see at all. But Japanese people are forgiving of honest mistakes. They see when you're trying. Effort earns more than perfection ever could. I messed up dozens of rules. Dozens. But each mistake taught me something no guidebook could ever explain. The grandmother who corrected my chopsticks. The colleague who explained kuki wo yomu over coffee one afternoon. Japan doesn't hand you its rulebook. You earn it. Page by page, bow by bow, quiet lesson by lesson. The deepest rule? Care about others more than yourself in public. That's the invisible thread connecting everything here. It's not about restriction, it's about consideration. Every rule says, you are not alone in this space. Back home, I was an individual first. In Japan, I learned to be a member of the whole group first. I still bow accidentally when I meet people outside Japan. My friends laugh. But my body remembers the respect. If you're planning to visit or move to Japan, learn these rules, not to be perfect, but to show care. Japan rewards effort. A small bow, a quiet voice, shoes off at the door. These tiny gestures mean everything. The pink-haired girl learned something here. The most important rules are the ones nobody writes down for you. So, what would you do if you lived in a country where the most important rules are completely invisible?
Hello. Japan runs on unspoken rules. Don't invite walking. Stay quiet. Respect lines. Don't tip. Sort trash. Be clean in answers. By read hints. No direct no. Respect cards. Be on time. And don't bother others. The main idea. Put group comfort over yourself. Not 100% exact, but close enough.